Toronto!
All right, Toronto. Whoa. I don't know why my mic to me sounds weird. I don't know how it sounds to you. Hopefully it doesn't sound too weird. To me it sounds like I'm in a well. But hopefully it's all right to you. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm just going to sound like I'm in a well tonight to you. But hi, I'm Mr. Nuclear Monster playing more Blue Prince Hide Hard Penguin. Hope you're having a good one. No, it's really good? Okay, cool. Let's grab our stuff. We'll get started as per usual. I guess I should go check what's outside. What did I have on the docket from last time? Complete the archives, find all chess pieces. I think I bought some books last time. Oh, that's tough. It's though, well. Do you get today off at all? It being Saturday, I think, for you. Shelter, root cellar, or tool shed. Gonna go on leftist neighborly grill? I also want to sleep. Okay. Potato? Potato. Right, this room has this. Good to see it in person again for the first time in a while. We have so many dig spots. Oh my gosh, I need a shovel. Well, we'll have to come back with a shovel. I've already burned 4 steps somehow. Yeah, I had some adventures today. Hope your adventures are going pretty good. Sleep. I think everything was mostly positive today. But yeah, that's why my streaming was very late. We got the broken handle. I think you need that for something. I don't know what. I can't remember what. Was it coat check? I guess I already emptied that out. All right. Okay.
All right!
I can't think of anything more at odds with my late night Blue Prince game than Paul Stanley yelling at the top of his lungs. Ooh, that's a dead end room thing. I don't want that, right? Yeah, that's Draxus. I do not want Draxus. Draxus can go F off right now. What is this other one? Sailboat. Ooh, nice. Everything half off. And there's the flyer that suddenly appeared while my back was turned. Here's this, which I don't know what to do with. There's a chess piece. Oh boy, I almost forgot. Oh wow. I need to make this easier for myself. So let's do that. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna go boop, 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 boop. Delete these other ones. And I think we've got a template that we can use for a new day. So let's pop that down here at the bottom. Oh, there we go. Okay. And we are on leftmost bottom row, just like in real life. And I think what was it? It was a knight, Michael Knight. Okay, Michael Knight. Let's take this. Ooh. Oh man. Yeah, I think lying down is good for now. I would burn out my social batteries pretty darn quick if I had to do anything in person with anybody multiple times in one day. Well, anyone besides Mrs. Nuclear Monster and my son. They don't burn me out. Oh, another treasure chest. Okay, hold on. Did I miss? I don't think I missed anything in there, but I did need to check here. We've got a pawn. Right here. Yeah. It is tough. It is tough. I guess it's probably different for everybody. Bedroom's good. Yeah, exactly. Not unlike saving steps and blueprints. 100% correct. Puzzle pieces, chess pieces. None. Why is that extra? That does not look right. What do you keep behind locked doors? 6 letters. I feel like this would be so much easier if I could type it in. Piglet. Yes. Piglet. Oh, we got another pawn. Piglet must be kept behind locked doors, but I don't think we need to record this one. I'll do it anyway. Amazing that we got 2. Sheep's chicken. Probably not an animal. 7 letters. It's gonna eat a gem, but okay. Oh, because the root cellar, so it's got roots. Ooh, the shovel. It's only $3? Dude. That's not even worth it. Take me down to Shovel Town City where the shovels are sharp and the shoveling is good. I guess each time I see the arcade machine, I agree. I've loathed. There's something weird though. I don't know. It's a there's a thing. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. All right, we gotta go back out. We're gonna burn a bunch of steps. We gotta go back out to the shed because there's like 18 different holes to dig up in the shed. In the turnip potato zone. Whatever this is. Root cellar. Like, look at all this. Old tin can. 1 coin. Nothing of interest. So good. Treasure. My precious treasure. Why is this thing so... There's got... I don't know. I don't understand it. I sound like an old-timey radio. That's it? I dug up so many freaking holes and that's all I got? I got like 88% trash. Ugh. Burn that place to the freaking ground. I thought I'd get like a bunch of turnips and some gems and keys. Seriously. try this one. Security room would be good if I had some gems. We're gonna take the bunk room and get a bunch of my steps back and some gems. Nice. Did I not get any steps? Nope. Great. Good. This is going swimmingly. This is maybe one of the worst days I've ever had. Ooh, office. I need the office. Office gets me queen or king or something. Oh, I don't have to open that again. Beautiful. I get... I don't know why I have such a hard time telling chess pieces apart. That must be the king. Where are we at? We are... Okay. Ooh, what do I do for king? It's a rook? That's not a rook. You're messing with me. What letter do I guess G? Yeah. No, rook is a short little king. Not a, yeah, I think it is a king. Maybe it's a queen. Maybe it's a queen. There's a cross. Or something. There's something, a little thing. It's okay. Ooh, more dig spots. I think I missed some dig spots. Oh, a key. Nice. Oh. Maybe I didn't miss anything. It turned out nice. Let's get my steps back. Thank you for the stretch. It's a good one. Do the guest bedroom. Yes, I did need it. I have to get a good item in here, and I keep forgetting I need to look for pieces. Oh, another pawn? God damn it. Alright, we're on the bottom right. That doesn't really help. But I feel like I ought to record it out of... I don't know. Oh, here we go. Bishop. I need the bishop. The warrant. I've never seen the old Carmen San Diego live action show. Here goes Bishop. I've never gotten the nurse station, I don't think. Quarter is good. Yeah, the song's really good. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Wait, did I shoot? Chess piece, chess piece, chess piece? No chess piece? Okay. There's a Netflix remake? I thought I saw something about there being a new Carmen San Diego. We got one window. That's really strange. Kind of boring. That's a shame. Where in the world is... Yeah, it's one of those disappointments. Ooh, passageway, breaker box, dormitory. I can't do that. So we gotta choose a dead end, unfortunately. I'm guessing we're gonna choose the dormitory, because that's more likely to have a pawn. Gosh, darn it. I get a hall pass. What the heck do I do with this? I have a map of these places in one of the screenshots. I really need to organize. Oh god, I need to organize these screenshots into like directory trees. Oh no. There's so many. Yeah, there's just too many screenshots anymore. Like, I need like directory trees of books. That's the king. Now I'm confused. I may have to reevaluate that later on. That's a rook. What am I like? Hold on. What am I looking for? I gotta stay on task here. Yeah, rook is the tower. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. The map. I'm looking for the map. One of these books, the history. There it is. That's the one I need. 1, 2, 3. I'm really bad at keeping these things in my head. Okay. Which one is it? Is it this? I think it's that. No, it's not. What? Is it? No, that is it. That is it. But they're the bottom two are connected? I guess they're just close enough to be connected? I don't know if that actually does anything. I'm just hoping it does. Did I write down the pawn for this room? Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Duolingo just gave you a jump scare. Oh no. Is there a chess piece in here? Oh, once you do your Japanese practice. I don't see any chess pieces in here. Oh, weird. There's no glue there? I can see through the drawer. Weird. Floor does look like a chessboard, doesn't it? There's a lot of kitchens in the United States that have... Well, there used to be a lot of kitchens in the United States with that kind of floor. I don't know if it's coming back right or not. No chess piece, right? No chess piece. Stop taking my money. From the Simpsons. From the Sims, yes. Yours. Okay, what is this? This must be the queen. I think I'm wrong. I think this is the queen. We're gonna change this to a Q. I think I just Well, that's fine. Whatever. Chess pieces. Pawn. There's a pawn in here too. There's a pawn in like 18 different rooms here. Like literally right next to each other. On this bottom row, there's 2 pawns. All right. That ain't nothing. This is confusing because there's like negative space. I almost wonder if I messed it up. I don't understand. This isn't like the other one. There's another one over here. Yeah, this one is upside down. You're right. I wonder if you can reset it somehow. Oh man, this one is not upside down. Or is it? Maybe this one is upside down too. What the heck? This one is oak? Oh, this one is okay, okay. That's got it. Is that it? That must be it. It just looks different? Yeah, it just looks different. That's it though. This one. Oh, Indiana Jones? Fate of Atlantis or whatever? I can't tell what's going on here. I think that's it. First person adventure puzzle game. What? It's like... Is it on Steam or is this older? It never got on there. Fate of Atlantis. Hello there. Look at. Walk the shopkeeper. Titan Quest. Oh, there. No, Walkabout Mini Golf. Atlantis Pearls of the Deep. Is this it? No, this is just a match 3 game. Atlantis. What's the what is this? This looks incredible. This is Advance Wars, but with like a cool aesthetic beyond Atlantis. Oh yeah. Microids. See, this person gets their underwear at the same place I do. That's not nice. Cryo Interactive. Amerizone. Oh, Siberia remastered. Ooh, that's exciting. I enjoyed what I played of Siberia. 13's on sale for $4. Oh, what the heck? Why are the reviews so negative? I've got the PS2 version of this. Oh yeah, that happens so many times. Especially if you, like, accidentally do something out of order. There's a Lupin game? Oh, but it's not... I still want it. Alright, I gotta stop looking at this. I gotta stop looking at this. Okay. I don't know if I did that right, but that's as close as I'm gonna get for now. Do we need to do anything else in this room? There's a knight in here. Did I track it? Yeah, it looks like I did. It's a little confusing. The lines kind of intersect. Those globe puzzles remind you of Analyst one, yeah. I need a straight through. I don't need any of these, but so I guess I'm gonna take a storeroom. At least I get some stuff. And a coin. And a key. And my axe. Another pawn. And Swimbird. Swimbird. Yeah, oh yeah. I was listening to someone talking about one of the podcasts I listened to is actually one of the oldest podcasts I think that's still going. And it's been around for I think literally 20 years. And they were talking about with their when this show started, none of them had kids. And neither did I. And I listened to it back then. Now that we all have kids. And they were talking about trying to show their kids. One of the hosts was trying to talk about showing one of their kids adventure games. And the kid was just laughing because the characters move so slow. Like even just like walking around the screen. It was like unbearably slow for them. What is pin window? Ooh, that's neat. I didn't know you could do that. Anyway, pawn is our like 40th pawn we found is in the storeroom 3 up from the bottom left. Right next to another one. Perfect. Yeah, I kind of wonder about that. There's another globe, but I can't reach it. I don't know what to think about this thing. I feel like that's definitely something. I can barely see inside. Well, we've got one path forward, and it's through the commissary. I should have seen if I could buy some gems first. Has to be the drawing room. It's real hard to, like, half off of 3 is 2. I guess we're rounding 1.5 up. Oh, I see. This is the half off price. Never mind. Even the store is a puzzle. I got the coupon book. Wait, I don't have the coupon book. What? Oh, all right. I got the half off from the, this stuff. Supposedly you're going to add this game into the game. Which would be neat. Oh, I get a free gem here. Nice. Alright, we can dead end here. God damn it. I need that boiler room next to the foundation, not here. Oh my gosh. Oh, fine, let's take the dead end. Might as well turn off the gymnasium, turn the garage on. Flip that off a few times. I don't know why. Oh, that's one nice thing that happened today. It's surprisingly difficult. Like there's a large-ish population of Japanese Americans here, and surprisingly, like, I don't know why I have a hard time finding. I guess usually because I don't eat indoors anymore at restaurants, so it really limits my options. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the center. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to get in this habit. So, but I got a really good chicken katsu curry rice today. It was so good. There's another place I typically go to, and it's fine. They give you a huge portion, at least at this other place that's fine at, and it mostly satisfies my urges for chicken katsu curry rice. But this place, whew, it was like $17, but it was worth every penny. And that was like after. That's actually kind of cheap, weirdly. Oh, I'm literally just boasting about Japanese chicken katsu curry rice. It's amazing. I never had access to this stuff when I was a kid, and I'm not a super adventurous eater. So only maybe like 5 years ago I figured out, or maybe it's a little bit more than that, but I think about that, I figured out that I loved this food. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really happy about it. I had a really good one today. It was like $17 after I got an Itoian green tea with it too. That was really good. I was so happy with it. I went back and told them that I thanked, but they're just like, oh, cool. Or like, they're like, thank you. Where's my swim trunks? There they are. What? 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 How? What? How do I use the swim trunks? How do I use the swim? What the? What? How do I use the swim trunks? I am going to murder this video game. There are more things in the pool and I want them. God damn it. The swim trunks just add items to the pool? Is that what's going them on? Going them on? Is that what's going on? Shuffle them up. I would if I could. Oh my gosh. What about the skimmer? I can't use the skimmer? Why are there swim trunks here if you can't put them on? I'm so confused. I must have taken a screenshot of them. What was the description? Yes. Okay, there's the t-shirt, which I already got. That was the first thing I got. I guess I didn't take a screenshot of the description for the swim trunks. Oh my gosh. It said, like, go swimming. Oh, but it said make sure you have some keys with you. I do have some keys with me. I want the things. God damn. It's more coins, that's handy. No chess piece. Alright, I'm dying. I gotta know what this sounds like. Alright. How can I hear myself? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. You won't hear it, but I will hear myself for a brief moment. Oh no. Testing. I think I just need to back off the mic. How about now? Yeah, that's a lot better. How about now? Is this like a normal volume level? Yes, that's a ton better. Wow. Okay. Yeah, but now it's not clipping. Yeah, but now it's not clipping. Oh. All right, good again. I think. Good. All right, what do we got? We got pump room, library. Either one is, well, shoot. I kind of need the library because I ordered a book. I know there's items in that pool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do we got? I need a magnifying glass for that bridge. There's words on there. I think. All right, let's make sure to double check our screenshots. Yeah, I'm a little worried that I think you hear like every little noise now. I don't know why. So what's the legends? Part 1. The berry picker. Oh my gosh, how long is this? This is like an actual book. Jeez. What? This is like an actual book? It's a short, very short story, but it's more than I thought it would be. Do I have to make this into an audiobook? Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues. Now you can just read it yourself. I don't know. It's too long to be quiet. But yeah, there's a group of rogues called the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime that fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, still true, no crime can measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, high road robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life. Did I get a screenshot? That's the biggest question. No, I did not. Lost 2 brothers and a parent. The years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard. Oh my gosh, disgusting. Not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take. This is how I read books to my kid. I will skip really disgusting parts if I think he's not ready for them. An easy and well-traveled road paved with temptations, leading out of the city and into the gentry lands. You're welcome. Where loose purse strings entwine with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It's this road that eventually led Jesper to the... Maybe it's Jesper. Let's say Jesper. Jesper to the end of his youth. A hidden cave at the bottom of Black Bridge Canyon. Here they met his surrogate family and saviors, that notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It's not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of Black Bridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods, before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jesper could reach. I guess I just have to call him Jesper because that's what I read every time. Could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. All right, I need to catch up on screenshots. Where are we at? Oh man, this thing keeps resetting the position. He only got the first page. Cool. Why does it keep resetting? Why? Took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way, Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove, he surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves. I like how I gave up on calling him Jesper, but then that was apparently what I needed to do in order to call him Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a boundless sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly, and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses. Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. A carriage is approaching. The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment more before the sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees. Led by two beautiful white horses and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage; it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control, aka Tokyo drifting. I have 2 copies of that page. Go get this page. Scroll up every time. You, boy, get out from behind that bush, he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. You startled me half to death, coming round the bend of my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not to be any face. Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries. Jesper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. Berries, eh? Say you couldn't have picked a better spot for 'em, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy. Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. I know, and what luck! I found them. I've only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me fourfold the time back home to procure this number. The driver bent down for a closer look. And where's your home, boy? It must be quite far. Jesper replied with a scripted response. A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods. My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning. It was true. Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled. And while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Black Bridge Canyon, you could see why it might seem less believable here. Hardpickin says, it is a video game. Of course, he replied with a scripted answer. I'll note that Tanner Fork is one of the things that's mentioned in the new clue book. And I believe as a new clue, it's also on the list of railroad stops or subway stops, I think. Let's continue with the book here. Sir, I have traveled much farther for much less profit. Sounds like a Ferengi. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a prize such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself. Jesper felt happier with this response as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward. It was Jesper's time to smile. Then let my efforts reward us both today. He raised the basket even higher. A taste and memory of your youth, sir. Alright, I gotta double check the screenshots. Now that we're done with this page. Oh, yep, got it twice. The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket, and at that moment his fingers touched the first berry. The dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin. What the? And drawing blood, Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth. Whew. The driver's arm had gone stiff. His chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause. Though I will admit the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you with the indignity of walking appeals to me. Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. Why have you no purse upon your person? The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak. When he did, in turn, softly, "There's a lockbox in the carriage." Well, come down then, and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession I assure you of my tender heart, or it would be much easier to slit your throat. The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. What the hell is going on with this story? I would have stopped reading a long time ago, but I think you're old enough now to hear this book. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on this man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me? Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. One hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency. God damn. This kid's cold. Inside the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat. A large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, two observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all four sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Indian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and is presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Secondly, I've seen this box before. In a cutscene from Elzara? I'm not sure. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock and would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Fascinating. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, there is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. Okay, I've got to write down all these italicized words. There's only a few, and I think they might go together. You have opened that which you have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in the front of his face. What is it? That's one, feeling his disappointment rising to anger now. Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbling agentor? And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? Hold on a second. There's... I guess not. I thought maybe the agentor kind of looked like a phrase resembling another name. The man did not seem intimidated. One pace, he paused for effect. 12 more and he will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had, of course, heard stories of curses and had never doubted their validity in the past. But now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. All right, I need some water. And if he was cursed, what difference would knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance, of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, besides a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces and see if life goes on. So 13 steps to die? But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution. And if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value. but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his second, third, and fourth steps, though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? If that statement said aloud to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Uh-oh. Part 2. Below the Black Bridge. Seems like a good time. Yeah, I think we're good. Screenshots. Although I have too many now. Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the dark from her eyes, she glared up at him in darkness. Shaking the deep sleep from her eyes, she glared at him up at him in darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered she was on third watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful to not wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held. She then walked toward the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn, Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post. A necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing onto Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring. Excuse me. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence. Oops, mostly I missed this page. There we go. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time, their friendship had grown to something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, but but intimacy never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Orris and Reddington. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-housed bandit it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day there was no shroud to conceal her expressions. Excuse me. Nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. Gestures quickly forged in the shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath him. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later the two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long green coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. It's like tricorner, but it's missing an R. They belonged to the local patrol, the Blackguard. Where were we? Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Black Bridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated an important traveler's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Blackguard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's. The same concern mirrored in each other's expression. This did not sound like the typical carriage cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. Ravia, in an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go. Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing toward the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. Yep. I'm assuming that Jesper's going to show up again and try to pass the curse on to someone else or something. I don't know. There was only one reasonable conclusion. Both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a Blackguard attack. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She had expected cavalry. Before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain. Yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. A third arrow was down in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before oh my gosh. Just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. Down the canyon, the entire horde of the unholy hounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, but the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both now realized: they had made a mistake. Oh my gosh, they killed Jesper? The gang's chieftain, Jeffrey Heartslasher, lovely name, led the others, cautiously approaching the crash carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He had always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child trails behind an older sibling. Very good. Tender-hearted, she had always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. Man, this book just gets more and more gnarly. The mysterious effigy they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone. A marker that stood out as somewhat special among the rows of similar swords. Marking neighboring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. Man. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. Sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her, but even in alarm the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead. Louder speech than she had ever heard in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Where were we? Miller felt a hand in the darkness pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touched against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. Oh my gosh. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screams began, blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. Oh my gosh. That's the book. Yeah, I guess they forgot to mention the Blackguard. Jeez. All right, so I need to go back through this from the start. I need to write down. Oh my gosh, this hand reaching up is disturbing. I need to write down every single italicized word. Oh, which is going to be a problem. The curse of Black Bridge. Italicized. And let's do this pretty quickly here because I'm kind of worn out from reading out loud. Redford Euling is the author. Man, every story in this game is kind of a nightmare. So italicized words. I see none so far. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Nothing. Okay. I need the magnifier too. Yeah, that was messed up. That did not go at all the way I thought it would, which is also interesting. I thought this would be like one of those classic like Twilight Zone tales where you have to pass on the curse to the next person. That's what the first guy did. But does not seem to be the case. But that same crate exists in this game outside of the book. I think I've even got a screenshot of it, perhaps. I don't. I think that's the bridge. Maybe. Yeah, after this part, I need to go back and get a screenshot of it. All right, italics. That's what we're looking for. There's not that many. Oh, hold on. So I don't know about this. A carriage is approaching. I feel like that's too long. I feel like we're looking for single words. I don't know if I'm right. I know there's a few of them. But like, note these short quotes are not italicized, which I feel like is an unusual style choice. But this one is. Maybe I do need to write that down. I don't know. Let's write it down. We'll see where we go with it. Get this out of the way for now. A carriage. Dot. A carriage is approaching. It should be pretty obvious what is and isn't useful if we can just get them all in. And I might just be wrong. This may be nothing. There's a lockbox in the carriage. Oh wait, my is appropriately italicized. Indignity, my indignity, or seems like a phrase. Why have you no purse upon your person? No, that's not italicized, but there's lockbox in the carriages. There's a lockbox in the carriage. I don't see anything else. These two pages, these two, not the first one. Nope. Deadly. My indignity deadly. I don't know about that. Agentor, but weirdly there's a space. Aj and Tor. I don't know how it's supposed to be written, if that's a real word or a made up one. I think I've heard it before. But I don't know, maybe it's just making me think of Agentur auf Deutsch. Might. Anything else? Nothing in part 1. All right, like a hero in a book. Like a hero. That's italicized. Anything? They do. Go. Put quotes around this because it's a little unusual. Hello, Mrs. Nuclear Monster.
Hello?
She's being ridiculous. I'll say that I think that the mic is now much more sensitive. Hard Penguin says, "What was that?" I missed the word below over here. Before go, there's below. Anything else? Oh my gosh. I don't see anything there. These two are good. This page is good, at least in terms of how good it can be. Man, this game got dark. Shouldn't it be day? Shouldn't it be day? I'm gonna, oh, that has a question mark. I'm gonna put quotes around these ones. No, thank you, please. Because these ones are longer quotes, and I don't know if they're part of the code, if there is a code. Yeah, the mic is picking up your water bottle. Oh my gosh. I gotta figure out some way to fix this. Did we get shouldn't it be day? Yes. And I need to put quotes around that? No. There's no quotes around in the story. I don't know. All right. That was the end of the book. This nightmare book. I think I got all the words. I don't know that I got anything that was helpful. My dignity deadly. Agentor. Might like it here in a book. Anything they do below go. Shouldn't it be day? Well, I guess that's it. I don't know if there was anything useful. It might just be nothing. I need the magnifying glass too. I feel like also there might be something I need to check up here. Yeah, there's something with the magnifying glass in one of these books, in the other book. Also, weirdly, we have windows in our library today, which is quite unusual. The jackhammer needs a broken lever. That's what I was thinking of earlier. But yeah, there's also this. Where's this? There's a page in here that has something, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn maybe it's the other book? Where was it? I swear there was something. Some kind of tinier text. There is some actually on this clean check. Maybe that was it? Oh, this page too. Okay. So yeah, I need a magnifier real bad. In the library. I'm gonna add that to my list of tasks here. Just change this to tasks. Here we go. Bye, Hard Penguin. Have a good one. Thank you for the good luck. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And the post as always. Bookshop. I think I have all the bookshop books. In the gallery again. Oh my god. The gallery is such a nightmare. Oh my god. I think I'm going to do the aquarium because it gives me the most options, and I need to get north and then west. I got a key. That's pretty good. I wouldn't object to the gallery again. I just need to get that north and west in order to get the whole arsenal of chess pieces. Vault. I used the vault before. I don't know if I need it again. But the pump room gives me a northern path, which is real good. And we do have the aquarium and we have the pool. I think I'm going to take the pump room. I'm not even sure if I want to go into the pump room right now. Is there anything in here I need? There must be a tiny chess piece, right? Where's the tiny chess piece? Hey, fishy. I don't see one. Oops. All right, let's go. Let's go north from the pump room. Let me get some more dig sites. Dig sites. Please give me boiler. Please give me boiler. The walk-in's pretty useful. The dark room's pretty useful. I think we have the utility closet, but it's sort of far away at the moment. The drafting studio is really useful. But none of these are connected to the... Well, the dark room would be connected to the foundation. And the dark room also does pass. Okay, so I'm going to get that. I'm going to step in. We're going to step back. And immediately go for the utility closet, which is annoyingly around the bend from here. There's no chess pieces in here? How can that be? Must be a pawn hidden somewhere. Alright, where are we going? We're going south, Zuden, and then east. Probably should have lowered the pool water while I was in here, huh? To the utility closet, and we're going to turn power back on to the dark room. Yeah, it's just a pawn. Sure, I recorded at this point. No pieces in here. No pieces in here that I know of. Power restored to the dark room. We can now maybe get an item. Oh, very useful one, a key card. We've got the foundation right there, so we have a bunch of opportunities here. I've got 3 keys and 5 gems, so we are pretty good. Locker room I have not seen in a long time, and it gives you a ton of keys. I'm definitely gonna select that, but we're not gonna go in right now. We're gonna go. Not that many of these, are there? It'd be wild if you had to develop these. All right. Yeah. Oh man, is there any chess pieces in here? I don't think any would count if they're in the photos. I think you have to have the actual piece, and I don't think I see any. Let's go through here. I want to see if we can get. Darn it. Okay. Extra keys, not bad. Lab conducts power, so I guess I'm going to choose the lab, but we're also going to immediately move on to the eastern path. And we get to check out these dig sites here. Hopefully they'll give us some turnips. Or keys or gems or both. A nail. Wasn't there one more? Nope. Okay. Gosh, reading nook. Didn't we get the library already? Yeah. Dining room is pretty good. I think I'm gonna go for the dining room. Get the lunchbox. We're at rank 6, so we instantly get the 10 extra steps. What about chess pieces? I'm not seeing any. Oh, there's a pawn. All right, let's dutifully record our pawn just so we keep the habit going. We are 4 from the top right. Let's try here. 1 pawn, another pawn right there. We have so many freaking pawns recorded. Gallery, they really want me to take that gallery. Greenhouse and gymnasium. I turned off the power of the gymnasium, so it's not a problem. I think I'm going to take the gallery right now because I don't want to waste the left turn of the gymnasium. I'm also delighted to see that it kept my position in the gallery. This absolute freaking nightmare. I think I need to open up the spreadsheet now and take a quick look just to see if I can figure out what any of these words are. What even is this? I feel like this might be the hardest one, honestly. It's veritable. Or wait, it can't be veritable. Genuine, veritable, actual. Because it's a table that's very, but it's got an I, so it's veritable. But that can't fit, right? What? I like how my brain apparently just solved that for me. Or at least got very close to it. But then there's no... Gosh darn it. Hello, Trenchy.
Hello.
Have you played Blueprints? It's not veritable. Gosh darn it. Alright, let me update my notes. I've got a separate set of notes, I think. For these paintings. Oh, yeah. One second. Started a couple days ago, now already addicted. Wow. Cool. I like your username. Reminds me of course, Windows 95. Where do I see this thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's fine. Where are my notes? Pinning letters? Nope. Bathroom codes? Nope. Blueprints? Maybe blueprints? Library. Okay. I think these notes must be in my Steam notes then. It's kind of annoying. I've got these multiple places for, yeah, paintings and drawing. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I wrote down descriptions for these paintings to help me with this problem. Where did I put down the descriptions? Paintings and rooms. Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't get it. Oh, here we go. I found it. I just hadn't set up the heading properly. Objective. So this is painting 2, Eyeball Party, as I originally called it. So veritable, genuine, actual objective. But it's like this one, I guess it wasn't quite what it read and think. I've got, this will be easier to deduce with my spreadsheet. I've got a spreadsheet to open. With our code wheels. Okay. Painting 2. I think this is Pitland. Why? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key here. Painting 2. Yeah, this was Pitland originally. How many letters? We have 7 letters. Veritable, isn't it? Wait, how do you spell veritable? That's not, is it? No, it is that. Maybe that is the answer. Maybe I'm just misspelling it? Veritable. Am I misspelling it? Veritable. No, it's still too long. Okay. Could be like veracity. There's no A. How do you strike through? I'll just leave it. Veracity. It's not 7 letters, is it? No, it's too long. Veritable veracity. Genuine, like real, actual. And the sun is... There was something I thought about the sun. Right to the sun. Let me see my layout again real quick. Darn it. Also, does this room happen to have any chess pieces somehow? I don't think so. Genuine. Genuine. That would fit? But does it work? Does it fit? No, there's no G. I'll add that to the list of things I've tried. I feel like typing it out helps my brain recognize that it's been attempted. Maybe about goals or truth or non-fiction, fictional. Give me a little bit. F-I-C-T-I. Can't be fiction. Fictive? That's too long. Right? Maybe that's not too long. Hold on. That probably wouldn't be the word. That's like a $400 word. F-I-C-T-I. No. All right, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm an adult. I'm 30 or 40 years old. So a hint would be good. Haven't heard me. Oh, thank you. It's like an eyeball party. It's an eye for. It looks. It's like they're lost. They're not like only like one is or a couple are looking at the actual objective thing. They're reading it. They're not looking at the actual objective. They're inattentive. They're maybe it's like attention. Could it be attention? Attention. No, it's way too long. Attent. Focus. Too short. too long. Focus. No. Just gonna try to take my mind off of it for a second so I can. Yeah. Right. They're all like factual. They're like veritable, genuine, actual. Verifiable. Actual. Real, truthful. Focus. Oh, I've thought focus before. Right. What word would be another word for all those things? Adjectives? Descriptors. Script. This is too long. These words are too expensive. Yeah. Verifiable. It has an I in it. Verify. VERIFY. Too short. Too short. Fortune. That doesn't make any sense. I might as well try it though while we're here. Sometimes doing one will help me think of another. Oh man, I didn't need to do that. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you withholding the actual thing. I hope to get it. Okay, tried fortune. I can say I tried it. Okay. Did we try fiction? I think I tried that already. Fiction. There's no O. Just gonna write that down so it gets out of here. Fiction. False. No, thank you. Please do not capitalize that. I was just trying to write a thing, not have it processed. Whatever. Attention. Eyes on. There's got to be some word with like eyes in it. Four eyes. There's way more than four eyes. Four eyes. It's a little bit too silly as well. It is the right number of letters. Four. It's not even a real word though. Four. It can't be that. Okay. All right, let me look again at my list here. While I take a sip of water. Genuine, veritable, actual. Hey, Mrs. Nuclear Monster. If I give you the words veritable, genuine, and actual, can you think of another word that describes those words besides adjective? And also there's a bunch of eyes, eyeballs. Okay, thanks. So helpful. Veritable. It's like real. It's all right. Hold on. I feel like it's not bad if I look up. Yeah, I feel like it's not bad if I look up synonyms, which might help me. So let's go to dictionary.com. I'm just gonna make sure this website doesn't like somehow do something stupid. Truth. What is it? Verifiable. No, what is it? Veritable. Veritable. Great. Synonyms. Yes, please. Synonyms. I have to go with the thesaurus. Or thesaurus. Actual, bona fide, factual, for real, genuine, indubitable, kosher, legit. Authentic. Too long. True, undoubted, questionable, very. Hold on, let's go back to the dictionary then. Please. Veritable. Or how about genuine? We'll try genuine, just for funsies. Authentic. Real. Not counterfeit. Proper. Sorry, Trenchy. Free from pretense, a genuine person. Yeah. Oh my god. What is this word? Frank, forthright, honest, open, unaffected, true. Honest is almost the right number of letters. Good, I'm glad you're enjoying it. A genuine case of smallpox. Wow. A sentence that might have once seemed ridiculous or not ridiculous, but something that had no emotion attached to it. But now you can say, hey, we don't know what's going to happen next year. Okay. Authentic. Authoritative. Oh, there's British as well. What about, okay, let's do the synonyms. Accurate, authoritative, convincing, credible, legitimate. Too legit to quit, that's the answer. Trustworthy, reliable. Reliable kind of has the I in it. Rely. I don't know if it needs to have the I in it though. I'm not cheating, Mrs. Nuclear Monster. I'll have you know that this is not cheating, I've decided. Original. Trustworthy. Reliable. I need a 7-letter word. I feel like once Mrs. Nuclear Monster sees this, she's gonna have something to say. Yeah, fortune doesn't even make any sense because it's not like this is anything to do with fortune. This has something more to do with either people being distracted or people or something else or like lying, stuff like that. Let's look at our spreadsheet. Is there anything like lying? Suppose that I already have half the answer on the spreadsheet somewhere. Is there anything else like focus? F-O-C-U. Doesn't even fit at all, does it? There's no S here. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah. R-E-A-L, real. Reality? I think it's reality. Did it take me this long to come up with this? Yes. Is it correct? I'll find out in a second. Realize. And one of our treasure chests is now open and has some gems. That's all I got was 2 gems for solving 2 of the hardest puzzles I've ever seen in this game. I cannot believe it. It was so dumb. It was realize. I hate it. That took me. I spent hours the other night staring at all 3 of these puzzles. I've already solved 2 now. All right, let me get that notated, I guess. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, with the infinity symbol. It is interesting to note, I think, that these are all actual words, like think and realize. I'm curious actually if it would accept it with the Z. Do they have a Z on there? They do. Oh, I'm very curious because I don't know if that's like a British spelling or what, if it would be accepted. So we did, what did we do? We did think and realize. I almost want to like bold this whole thing or something so I know that it's done. But it's not this one, it's this one. I'll just rename it to the name, realize. And painting 4 is think. Think. Okay, painting 1 and 3 remain for presumably just 2 more gems. Two wagons are full of objects, signs. I don't know. 2 wagons are full of objects. There's 6 letters in this one. And there's a big P. It's not like playing. Thank you so much for stopping by, Trenchy95. It's nice to meet you. I appreciate the assistance.
Hello.
And the follow. Hope you have a good one. Hope to see you again. Stop has a P in it. And there was a big P. I feel like the big P is making me think that the word starts with P, and this was maybe supposed to be an easier one, quote unquote. So P. After a P, you're not going to have an H, an R, a T, a U. Or you might have a U, an O, and any of the vowels seem possible. I do have a little problem here where I keep coming up with very long words that definitely can't be it. But these are all the variables here on this one. It's pretty short at least. So like party, not an option. We'll write that down just to get the bad guesses out of the way. They're flying wagons with stuff in them. Usually there's, well, at least on the other ones, there's like smaller things you can get that'll help you get the other ones. And yeah, they're mirrored images too. Good point, Mrs. Nuclear Monster. What else did I write down about these? 2 kids' wagons fly through the sky, each holding a rose, stop sign, apple, fire hydrant, and I wrote mint leaf originally, but even though it looks like a mint leaf, I think that's just the leaves of the rose plant. Right is a mirror image of the left, but with a floating P. And then we've got our code wheels. It's just 6 letters. S-T-O, no P. It's like burdened. B-U-R-D-E-N. Burden? Burden is possible? Let's try it. Oh, got rid of a valuable letter. If this is burden, I'm going to be very surprised. Why is there a big P? It is not burden. Well, we tried it at least. Like packing? Package, none of those, but I'll write them down. Why can I not write? Here we go. Packing, package, too long, too long. Packed? Packed, is that an option? I don't see that, I don't think there's a, yeah, there's no C, so that's not an option. I've still never heard that song. Is there a shortcut? Is there a standard spreadsheet shortcut to insert a row or to move things down? Because I just want to move these down as I guess. I'd actually prefer that to, so I can see the code wheels. Broken? B-R-O-K-E-N? Yeah, that's an option. Let's try that. It's not going to be broken, I don't think, but might as well try it. Trying it maybe helps. Not broken. Great album. Not that. Broken. B-R-I. Brighton? That is a word we can try. is probably not that. Driven? Alright, let's try Brighton first. I want to go through the options. Brighton's not it. Write it down. Brighton. I don't think you would normally spell it that way anyway. That's like an abbreviation. Okay. Driven. It's not that. But we gotta try it, because I saw it before. Where's the D? I must have gone... Is there no D? There's no D. Why did I think driven? Can't be that. Yeah, Brighton's spelled Brighton. Like that. It's not... I don't think it's ever spelled the other way. Driven. They're flying through the clouds. They're mirrored. It's like a shared burden. SH. No A. Let's write it down because it might help. Well, like shape. SH. Nope, no shape. No A. On the third column. What do we got? Bar hog. Sunday. Day is available, which is pretty interesting. Let's try Sunday just to get that out. Went by it already. Sunday. Alright, let's add that to the list of words we tried. And we'll add another row. What other days are there? Are there any other 6-letter days? Tuesday is too long. Monday is not too long. Does it work? M-O-N. Oh my gosh, it does. I gotta try all the days. There are 6 letters. It's not Monday. It's like daydream? No, no day. There's no D-A-Y to start. Or there's no D to start. That's too long. What did we just try? Just tried Monday. Alright, I already wrote that down. Fine. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is too long. Yeah, way too long. Thursday, too long. Friday. Friday's not too long. Does Friday fit? Nope. No F. Friday, Saturday, too long. Sunday, we tried already. I did not try... That wouldn't make sense. Fun day? There's no F. Not a real word. B-I-R-T. Nope. Yeah, this is a hard one. There's also another one in here we could think about. But this one has so many letters. So many letters. You cheated? You looked it up? Oh my gosh. This one is so hard for me because, like, these other ones I kind of, like, have... There's more... There are words. There's more words in the frame. Like... Think... was clear. This one at least has some words. As does this. This has a stop sign and a big P and some objects. I kind of love this art. So Escher like. And mortar. Tried Brighton already. Wither. Wither is an option. Gotta try the bad ones, because you'll get the good ones. Oh, what about Wonder? Shoot, okay, let's try Wither real quick, then Wonder. I don't know if I have enough letters for that, but we'll figure that out later. Wither. No. The nameplate only has the name of the painter. Alright, we tried Wither. I got it on my head. The other word I want to try is Wonder. Let me see if that's even an option. I don't know that it is. Wonder. How do you spell Wonder? No, that's the German way. It's Wonder in English. That's the right number of letters. Wonder. Yar. Yep. Okay, let's try that. This doesn't make any sense without a P in it, I don't think. Wonker. It's not Wonder. Because right now I'm putting words in. How'd you repo? Hope you're doing well. Repo says there's a P on the picture. You have to pee on it to win. Alright. So good. It is kind of interesting the way that we also have like the handles of the wagons like that. There's like a lot of detail here that you wouldn't expect. the wheels, like the handles are angled a certain way and the wheels match, which I think is really cool. I really like this painting. I actually don't think that this is a realistic perspective because, of course, the wheels look like they'd be hitting like they made these wheels smaller so that they wouldn't hit the wagon. This to me is like when you see certain comic book artists who refuse to draw fingers or whatever, and so, like, you know, they've always got the mittens out, or they don't want to draw feet because they have a hard time drawing that perspective. This to me is that. I don't know if that's the case. I just think it's interesting, and I really enjoy art for many reasons, but also for that form of thinking. Seeing people, you know, take some ingenuity to think about things. But anyway, all that said, there's a couple things that kind of relate to driving, weirdly, like a stop sign and the fire hydrant. Like, you can't park at that. The rose doesn't really fit. The apple doesn't fit, or whatever that is. Is that an apple? Is that a cherry? I feel like it has to be an apple because it doesn't really make sense as a cherry. Oh boy, get me back to the gallery, please. Thank you. It's kind of like a still life, huh? It's also kind of floating or soaring. Tilted is there, I think, right? But that's too long. Tilted. That's not too long? How is that not too long? Okay, fine. Tilted it is. We'll try tilted. I don't think it's the answer. Ponder? I got accidentally. It's ponder. Well, okay. Sure. I'll take it. Alright. We've only got one left. This one is a tough one. It's P on red. P on der. All the items are red. Oh, but the red is backwards? It's mirrored. I never would have gotten that. I'm glad I got this way. Alright, we've got the 7 deadly sins. You have to pee on red to win. We've got buckets of sins. We've got a few words we've tried here. We've got 8 letters, which is really tough. Humanity, humanely. There's infinity, which really makes me think of like infinite. There's like a shark. Sins, yeah. They're all the 7 deadly sins. Hubris, envy, lust, wrath, gluttony, sloth, avarice. So the names are a little interesting because they're not... There's different versions of the names. There's also this like where the wild things are character that's been skinned alive, which is horrible. It's the 7 deadly skins, I don't know. But then we've got an infinity symbol with a bunch of nails in it. A door that is slightly ajar, terrifying. The infinity symbols, yeah, fin. Oh my gosh. Is it like sinful? Infinity fin. Did you look it up already? Okay. She denies. There's no S to start this one, so it can't start with sin. Weirdly, no I either. How is that the case? Infinity, finite. There's no F to start. No I to start. How this was ponder, think, and realize. These are all words about puzzling out answers. Ponder, think, realize. These are 3 steps. Well, ponder and think are kind of similar things, aren't they? Realize is a goal, though. It's the end. Potentially. But ponder and think are on the same side. I wonder if realize... This is the title, so we're writing the title of the painting. The description for the room says, a small chamber dedicated to the exhibition of art, ideal for showcasing smaller series and collections. Before his passing, H.S. Sinclair personally selected the artwork that was displayed here each year, purposefully omitting the composition titles to leave the interpretation of each piece for the viewers themselves to realize. Oh my gosh! And they even use the other spelling of realize. Is think in this description? Is ponder in this description? No. But realizes. Maybe it was just a clue for that one? I don't know. Ponder, think, realize. Interesting. Ponder, think, realize. Defunct. It's not this. I don't even know if there's a U here. And there's not. What if it's defense, defanged? She's so much, yeah. What's especially not going to happen when I can't remember the word for the thing that Mrs. NuclearMonster is missing in me. Definite. Fine. Definite is an option. Let's try that. Fin, a skin, and a face symbol. Yes, and a bunch of buckets of sins. Definite. Define. No, it's too short. Yeah, they don't look like buckets. I don't know what else to call them. Like sorting bins? Sin bins? Bins. Sin, bin, fin, skin. Sin, bin, fin, skin. So many in. There's no S to start. There's no F to start. You put your bins in the sin. It's like finality. Legacy. No legacy. Write it down anyway. Just to get it out of my head. Legends. Mortality. Did I ever try this? Morality. I didn't try mortality, I don't think. How many letters? 8. Mortal. Gotta do it this way. M-O-R-T. No. No A. M-O-R-T. I need an A. Mr. NuclearMonster says, I feel like you're just trying to do a word scramble, not related to the picture. I gotta, this is how I solve puzzles like this. It's not a good way, I don't think, but it's the way. Bins of sin. Is there a word like judgment, but with like an I-N like that? Maybe this is where you leave your sins. At the door. A secret room. For your sins. Yeah, a lot of ins. Inner thoughts. T-H. No I. Where do we have an N? We have an N here. I-N is there. Yeah, in that room. R-O-O. What's the name of the room? The confession room? Confession booth? Go ahead, Droopy Bro. Ruminate. Ooh. That's a good one. R-U-M-I-N-A-T. Let's try it. I think it's possible. Let's try it. Yeah, as long as you didn't look it up, I'm happy to try it. I feel like you went through the process like I did. Room in 8. Good job, Drew Peepo. Hey, manipulate everything?
Hello.
That should let me. Special key? Key 8 presumably will unlock room 8. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Pins, yeah. Not nails? Yeah, I guess so. Manipulate everything. Asks, how far along are you and how do you like blueprints so far? I feel like I'm pretty far along. I'm like 60 hours in or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, total played time 58.7 hours, which is really weird. At first, I did not enjoy this game the same way other people did. Oh my god. I don't want to go in there. I do not want to go in there. Oh god. It's terrifying. Oh no. Oh no, I don't want to step on that. There's all these pedestals on which to put your things. Oh my gosh. Room 8. This is also a puzzle? Hold on. No description. Oh, there we go. Unsurprisingly, key unlocked the door leading to a familiar looking room. A cryptic room that had been previewed in the final 8-letter artwork exhibit in the gallery. How did it know this was the final one? Manipulate everything. Says, well, I'll be lurking mostly though. A sound of because sound off because I would also like to play this. Thank you for the lurk. I very much appreciate it. That's why I don't watch other people's streams of it too. It is now time to ruminate over the bins, sins, and pins contained within. And we have a bunch of little cards. I recommend you think again if I'm ever in a bin far from the fin. The hell? Oh, it's a swan. Thank you. To first begin, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. With an N within its sin. You won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be in a bin on the end. What the hell? There's like... Okay, how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So there's a bin for every one of these poor creatures. In this freaking nightmare room. What is this creature? Sum of my sin as it is penned is a number within the room we are in. Huh?
Looks like a fake one.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Can you move them to the correct bins? I guess so. Vernünftig. We have to look that one up. It means like proper. Oh, okay. Sensible. Oder. Yeah, proper. Bin I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the skin. You got an elephant down?
There's the skin with the tail.
Oh, all right. What? Hubris? Okay. To my chagrin, my neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. So, like gluttony. Sloth? Lust, wrath, there's mundanity. I feel like sloth would, I guess, fit an elephant? I don't know, that doesn't seem right to me. But I assume I can move them around. Yeah, I can after the fact. Is there a penguin type of sin? What would a penguin be guilty of? It's just a freaking creature. These are all creatures. They can't be guilty of sins. If we spend a min or 10 lounging in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. This is a bear. Waving. Gluttony. Yeah, gluttony has a 10 in it. Sort of. Must be a gluttonous bear, right? I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. Letter and its twin? I can't even put this guy down unless I find the right spot for it, or find a spot for it. Oh, I can pick up multiple? Oh god. Oh, and the bunny goes back. Okay, that's how they solved this inventory problem. Wait, what is it? Oh my gosh. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. This is too much. Let me look at the other one, see if there's one that's close or easier to do. This one's close to the fin. What is this? Oh, this is a like a goose or something. How is mundanity a sin? Envy.
Then it's the pigtail.
Yeah, I know. Wrath. We'll just put down here. To first begin, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. Mundanity has an N. Gluttony. Envy. It's a lion? What is avarice? What is the definition of avarice? Greed. Satiable greed. I don't know, man. These are just animals. I don't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be a bin down on the end. Maybe mundanity? I don't know. That leaves gluttony, but there's already one in there. I feel like the bear's gotta be in there, right? I don't know. Gluttony and avarice are so similar. Den. Wrath. If I get this wrong, do I get a punishment? Penguin? Penguin's not wrathful. A lion might be. A bear might be. Where's the lion? Don't we have a lion in here? There's a lion. Is it, how is maybe the animal doesn't even really matter at all. Maybe it's just wrath. Nope. Then it. The bear is gluttonous. Bear is definitely not avarice. What's the bear clue again, Mrs. NuclearMonster asks? The bear clue is if we spend a min or 10 lounging in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. Min or 10, abbreviation. Bear could be sloth. Bear could definitely be sloth. Let's put him in there. We have to put the 11 there. We grab the bear again. We return to his pedestal. I feel like the swan begins in lust. Yeah, a lot of time lounging. Yeah. Poor dog and mundanity, I don't know. And the penguin and wrath? That doesn't even make any sense. Some of my sin as it is penned. Oh, so the number of letters. It has to have 8 letters. Which I guess is just gluttony? Yeah, it's just gluttony. I guess I'm gonna put that there for now. That doesn't belong there. Okay. So the only other N then is mundanity or envy. I guess. lion is got envy. A lion also seems like it sleeps around and is slothful. But this one has to have an N on it. So it's either envy, gluttony, or mundanity. These are like, I don't know. What's the point? Like what? Also, where are the light fixtures lighting this room? This room is so bright in some parts. That ain't it. Lust. It's gotta be the swan for that, right? Hubris makes a lot of sense for a monkey. I feel like Curious George is constantly dealing with hubris. Avarice? That does not make any sense at all. Maybe a wrath for the... Sure. Alright, we'll put the bunny in avarice. And put the... I don't know why, but we'll put the elephant in wrath. The elephant... What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Oh, I got a trophy. Infinity trophy for solving the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. This trophy's earned will permanently add to the trophy room. It is on rank 8. I got 2 more allowance tokens. Nice. That was terrifying. I don't like it at all. Please let me out. I guess I'm gonna choose... Yeah, Soph, I just solved roommate. With the help of Mrs. NuclearMonster and some other folks. Hope you're doing well. Everyone should follow Soph. In addition to Droopy Bro, we will shout out in a minute. Droopy Bro is overdue for a shout out. Boy. The drafting studio I really kind of want because I feel like there might be new rooms that I've never seen before. Also, I haven't been back to this room in a long time. Oh my gosh. This is volume 1. I've read this before. Do I have screenshots of it? I've got to organize my screenshots because they are such a gosh darn mess. I do, if you're trying to ask me, I do want to do a lot with this. I don't know if I want 100% it. So this just gives you a clue as to which doors go through for today and which doors may have items. Anyway, let's get... Oh, we've got some new rooms to check out. Clock tower. Tomorrow you'll start with 1 key for each room you drive today. Wow. Kennel. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Wow. Casino games of chance. How do I choose? These are all really interesting. I think the kennel is maybe the most rewarding, potentially. Kennel pool, says Soph. Does anyone else have any thoughts? Let me grab some water. Soph, do you have both? This is NuclearMonster says, brain empty, no thoughts. I'm leaning towards the kennel right now. 256. We'll get all eventually anyway. Alright, let's just take the kennel. I don't want to think about this too much. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions. I do love dogs. It can be assumed these friendly hounds... It's a real bummer to me that I don't have them. Dogs, that is. It can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. We got the kennel. Very excited. Are there any chess pieces in this room? There's another freaking pawn. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just want to get the habit. So I don't feel like I didn't complete them. I need the magnifier for this. It looks like there's something hiding behind this book. Is there anything else I need to know from this? I feel like I've got this. This mail. Oh my gosh. How dare you? Oh, another globe you can turn. I was working on this earlier. Kind of looks like an alligator. Is this another upside down one? I don't know why they're upside down sometimes. I have no idea what the deal is with these. I found the book that has... I have the book that has a picture of the 3 continents or whatever. And so I'm just trying to align them all to be in line with that, but some of them are upside down, which is obnoxious. Alright. Fading sun. Do I want to open this? Haven't been in the locker room, haven't been in the aquarium. I don't think it really matters. Let's go for it. Closet, mechanarium. Mechanarium would probably be pretty good at this point. I've gotten pump room and maybe it's not that great at this point. I solved all of gallery today too, which is pretty good. Pretty happy about that. Kitchen.
You have to go in it.
I do?
Otherwise you're dead, right?
Yes, that's true. On this rank. I do have the aquarium goes north. But we also get a couple extra doors, which is handy. This will have something in it. I can't remember what it is. A switch to open up the west entrance. It's the backup one, so you don't have to get the secret garden. We could also go into here, but I don't really know that I need to right now. I also have no keys, but it's supposed to have spread keys throughout the estate, which is handy. And that's locked. So we really need some keys. I guess I didn't go into the lab. I unlocked it and never went in, which is interesting. The dining room's available. think. Yes, of course. I don't know what the conditions are for the dining room right now. Man, I want a lockpick. Lockpick all the doors. We get 1 key. Does this save the ones you've already opened? I think so. Because I've got 2 open. Is there anything outstanding about any of them? Anything that stands out? Not particularly. Maybe it doesn't save that you got them open. Because actually those both have a painting on them, so maybe that doesn't mean anything. Oh, I can, I will. This is my estate now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Got an apple. 5 extra steps. Right. What else do we got? What else? I really need the magnifier. What'd that say? Print notes. They're not getting that apple back. We need to go to the dining room and get the extra steps. I haven't been into the lab either, though. Are there any chess pieces in the lab? Oh no. I guess chess pieces don't really matter unless I get Her Ladyship's chambers. So I should probably go west again and try for that. West, south, west. I finally did get the swimming trunks, and I'm deeply confused by them. It seems like they only exist to give you chess? God darn it. Alright. I should have extra keys in the house right now because I got the locker room. I just don't know where they would be. Yeah. Without the sledgehammer, it's kind of wasted. Swim trunks. Oh, I just got the joke. They're trunks that are swimming. Okay, that's kind of funny. All right, there's a key. Can we buy any keys while we're here? No. Alright, fine. Let's go back, take our key to the aquarium. Swim trunks. It's pretty good. Trophy room. I've never gotten the trophy room before. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough. The kennel as well. Oh my gosh. I don't have enough gems for the trophy room. I also kind of want the furnace, but I only want that if I have the cooler. These poor critters are locked up. Let them out. They have no food. Cat? Cat blocks? Why does the CNA hovering above the cat? Oh my gosh. You can pet the dog. This beautiful dog. Why would I do anything else. Oh, I got a bunch of dig spots. There's also like a little door. I would not want to eat a turnip under the dirt from the bottom of a kennel. That's disgusting. That is truly disgusting. There's a bunch of things. I can't feed the dogs? There's a bunch of windows because we're on the east. No, we're not on the east side. Why are there windows? That's unusual to have windows not on the edge. There's a cat. But I need magnifying glass. I have yet to get one today. Reading nook. I ate the turnips. Passageway or reading nook? I guess I chose the passageway. I didn't even really intend to. Stars. 40 keys are located within the house. I have the key card. I still need to get rid of the archive, I guess? Three keys, 8 coins, 4 trunks. How did I miss the coins that are just lying around? Just run through and don't look with your eyes. Yeah, that's true. Data transfers. I still don't have that. I can request a certain item. I have no idea what I'd want to request. Shovel is really handy. As is the metal detector, of course. I think sure I have one. Oh, yeah. This is my last day. I gotta get some sleep too. Big money, stop. Patio. I actually really want the patio, but I don't have any gems. These are all dead ends. Extra steps is always nice. Furnace gives you a key if you have a thingamabob. Sauna, I guess. Might as well take the extra steps for tomorrow, and I get a gem for today. I've yet to find any kind of puzzle or anything to do in here. This is a tomorrow. I like how there's always things that stand out that seemingly are completely meaningless. Like, there's so much in this room that you could ponder, I think. And I definitely have. I've been looking at these stupid patterns on the walls that don't mean anything. They're not stupid, I mean, I don't know. That's just the way I talk. Yeah. Let's see if I can log into network. Well, stay logged in. Oddly, no. I thought I've changed that. The gallery wants you to do. All right. There's definitely other keys scattered about. Is there any chess piece in here? No ducks on that door. There are ducks on this one. Oh, we have another door here. Can't open it. We have two. We need blocks for 2 keys. It's poor puppies. This one has 2 dog bowls for some reason. We can't take the puppies home. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all the doors of that room. Wow, nice. Very handy. Alright, I guess we could go to the pump. There's no point in lowering the... changing the water anywhere right now. I haven't been down to the foundation, but I don't think there's any reason to go. I really want a magnifier, but I don't have one. Where are those other keys? I need all of them. Just looking for scattered objects. Another trunk. Okay. Items, another trunk. There's a million of those trunks. Big Dragon Ball Z fans. We got our second trophy today. It's pretty good. We solved a bunch of puzzles with the gallery and the roommate. Poor hamster. could lose a bunch of steps. We did solve gallery today. We did all of that today. Well, we did one the first time we got gallery, and then I had to give up because it was so late. Well, I have a spreadsheet that helped. Yeah, gallery was kind of brutal. Unfortunately, I also had chat. And chat did not solve it exactly. Speaking of which. Everyone should follow Droopy Bro. But Droopy Bro helped a lot with one of them. And it gave good hints. Everybody gave good hints. A box with false statement. If the false statement contains the gems, the statement on the blue box is true. These could both be true. Blue box contains the gems. I think they're in the black box. If I do this incorrectly, the day is over. I also just realized I don't think I ever spread coins with the computer in here, which is a real dumb move, because why would you not? I don't know. How is there not? I don't know. Do I risk it? What do I need the gems for? If I get the keys, I might want to draft rooms. I have to come back through here anyway. I get extra steps if I go by the dormitory, I think. I think it's the black box. I think these two are true and that's false. I've gotten so many of these wrong lately though. If these two are true, they can't be. It's gotta be this one. Your boy's pretty smart sometimes. Did we distribute the coins? No reason not to. And also, okay, it's pretty gold in this thing. I feel like there's some reason I need to log in to the network on every terminal. Don't know why. We did chess piece for this room. I lose a coin by going into the chapel. We need to go to the dormitory for some reason. Oh, because we might find keys on the way. It's real weird when you get to see outside. Bishop and chapel, yes. Okay, we got one key. And I entered the room and I'm at 40 steps. I did not pay attention and see if I got any. If I got those steps for entering the room, I feel like I must have. Yes. The bishop and chapel is funny. I'm just now getting it. I'm also quite tired. I need to get to sleep. What do we got? Not a lot. We don't have Her Lady's whatever chamber room. I do have one key from all that hunting. Nook Rook. Oh, I never got that before. Very good. Man, I can't believe I didn't get... I guess I can't believe it. Everything makes sense. I dug up those already, right? There's a coin in there. And yes, it did. Pawn in the storeroom. All right, come on. Nothing worth buying. Pawn. Oh, more coins. I like how the dirt piles and when they're dead on, you can't tell if you've dug them or not. Man, I need a magnifier for this book. Alright, let's go to Kennel. I still have yet to figure out what the deal is with the arrow on that filing cabinet and the X on the grill in the patio. Good dog. You're all good dogs in here, but you are special. Do we go north off of passageway or north or south off of security? I feel like it doesn't really matter, so I'm just gonna go north off of passageway. It's the quickest. Foyer has a hall pass, boiler room. Closet. Boiler room and foyer are the only ones that go anywhere. I've not gone the foyer again in a minute. The boiler room is too far from everything. I really want the boiler room next to the foundation or connected to it. I'm taking too long to think about it. Let's just take this room. Be happy about it. Lord William Epson. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Baron Mutton Chop Sinclair. Major Nicholas Key 4. Not a major. Oh, he's a major key. Major key and a minor key. This one is really weird. Yay, Ariana. Alright, I need to social save for this. There probably isn't anything. We never ran? Beer? No, nothing. It's just nonsense. So code decryption has failed. Thank you so much for tuning in and manipulating everything. I hope you have a good one too. Have a good day. Baron Edwin Sinclair. Count Isaac Gates. I mean, you've got to choose the hallway, right? It gets me into the antechamber. And I get another key, which I could use on security. Give me that magnifier. Conservatory. Empty closets. Billiard room. I hate the billiard room. I do not want to do the billiard room this late at night. Yes. Oh, but I think I finally have enough gems that if I got the trophy room, I could use it. Oh my gosh. I don't know. So if is there any reason why I want to get to room 46 today? Observatory is good. I don't know why though. I guess I could make... I guess I'll take the conservatory even though I'm giving up a gem potentially. I might get another one back. I don't know. South facing doors, that's what I need. Do have a rook. How many times have I gotten 46? Oh, 46? I've only done once. Dude. Attic freaking rules. Give it to me every single day. Kitchen's fine. Locksmith, I don't really feel like I need it. I mean, it is helpful to have keys, but it's not as fatal as not having gems. So... have a rook. I think I saw a rook. Yeah, there's a rook. We're in the top left. I've yet to fill up the place. Anyway. I don't think I want to go in unless I go back down to Foundation and open up Foundation. First trophy, nice. There's no... They've got tables here so you can find items. There's no chess piece in there. Oh, I do have a key for security. Darn it. Oh, I've got to do it. Running shoes super handy when you're low on moves. Pawn, key, gem. Nothing else. Mount Holly, sure. Somehow there's 2 keys I missed. I've been through every room in this place at least twice. What? 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 Why is there no dog in here now? Why is there no dog in here now? In the center. I mean, obviously it can move about somehow, but hidden behind here through the doggy doors, but what? Maybe they can go outside. That's good. I guess let's try to get to foundation. And get door number 46 open. And then we can go through 46 if we can get through to there. That bug on the elevator is so strange. Not a lot of steps left. I really don't like seeing these doors open up. I don't know why. It spooks me every time. Cool. It's like gonna be just not enough or something. Maybe, we'll see. Running shoes will help. The whole pass might help. What does the whole pass do? Yeah. Running shoes help me again. And again? Wow. Getting very lucky. I really want to actually be able to go into 46 and see puzzle or something. I don't know. I only have one path here. Just gotta not mess it up. I do have an extra key, which would be useful for locker room, but I cannot risk that. Sorry, locker room. Fine. Oh no. Come on, running shoes. Running shoes, I swear to God.
Hello.
Oh, we did it. Yep. To continue up, is there a third floor? That would be insane. Oh my gosh. Another sanctum key? You gotta be kidding me. A crown? Simon? Simon Jones. That's his last name. Oh my gosh, why did I not? So it must be Daniel Jones too. Dude, What? 8 realms in 8 months. What? There's so much. Is this the path? Oh no, is that the path for the train thing? So I didn't keep it though. No, I never did. The train path, the metro path, whatever it is. €7. Wait, no screenshots, please. Okay, we got it. Good. It's a good cat. Oh, there it is. The clocks are stopped. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Your bequest. Wait a second. Hold on. Have I... Okay. Yeah, we're still missing a couple rooms. Or just literally 19, which must be the trophy room? That must be the only room I don't have? Though 46 is not filled out. First time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. Is archives a red room? It must be, right? Stopped. They're stopped at different times? This one's at just before 1. These ones are at 1:30. Archive is evil, I agree. Oh my gosh. Your room is not as secure as you thought, but you have your letters. You have your letters, 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold. Instructions to follow. Traditional ransom notes. Wait, what did it say? Secret room. Okay. All the cores. That's Danny? No. What? Marigold. We're missing a statue. Mary Marigold? Marion Marigold? Whatever it is. What a great game. Infuriating at times for sure, but I think I think that's okay. It's funny because I think I got 2 keys from the vault. So the high up one must be that second floor behind that locked whatchamahooey? The code wheel? Or maybe that's beneath all the docks, I don't know. No, that's the down below is going to be the absolute bottom if you power up the pump room. Oh, major... I don't know. Latest door of 8. You put multiple on the same thing? That's silly. All right. Anyway. Assume there's no chess pieces. Nope. I don't think there's anything else I can do in here besides look out and observe these stopped clocks, which are very strange. I don't know which one of the clocks matches reality. And there shouldn't be cuckoo... Well, maybe there should be cuckoo clocks for the half hour. I don't know, but... Wait, what? Now I'm confused. I could have sworn these clocks didn't match before. Now they do. This one's moving. They're not stopped? What? The cuckoos are stopped. I am extremely confused. I think the magnifier is so bad. You have to find it. Just 100 gold? Z fighting on texture. Even a broken croc is right twice a day. It's true. It's still moving. And there's 2 of them too. Hope that there's no puzzle for the books being certain colors because, oh my gosh. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing to it. Might as well end in the right place. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the help and the tips. Yeah. Please enjoy this delightful music that I love to go to sleep to. I'll see you next time.